much. You know how I feel about Canada, man. This is the mecca of mixed martial arts, and we're working hard to try to get up here and put on a live event in your hometown finally. You know what? People ask me that all the time. I think it should be an Olympic sport. Judo's an Olympic sport, wrestling's an Olympic sport, taekwondo, boxing. This is just all of it rolled into one. I hope I'm alive to see it. You know, I think it's eventually going to happen someday. But that's not my job. I'm not fighting that fight, man. I got enough problems. I got to get Ontario and stuff like that. And then we'll worry about the Olympics. That somebody else is going to have to do that one. But I hope I'm alive to see it. It should happen. It's tough to change laws. That's why this thing's taken so long. You know, you just don't go into a place and change a law. Right. It takes time, and it takes some serious maneuvering and education. So that's why, you know, this has taken so long. Plus, you know, they haven't really been big fans of mixed martial arts coming into this thing. Right. But you know, it's going to take time, and I'm willing to, you know, to put in the time. I think a lot of people take it, you know, that question out of context. You know, he said it's not high on my list right now. This guy's running the government. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Should MMA be on the top of his list? No. There's a lot of other things that are more important. But what he didn't say is it's not on my list. You know, and I think that at one time that was his position. You know, he didn't want to hear about mixed martial arts. It's on his list now. It's not at the top of his list, and it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? We're probably in the worst economic situation in the history of the world, not just in the U.S., but everywhere. And, you know, there's a lot more problems that this guy needs to deal with other than getting MMA regulated. Why should you embrace mixed martial arts? Why shouldn't we? You know, the reality is that this sport, first of all, we have a 10-year track record of safety. You know, it's very successful every time we come into a market. You know, it definitely helps the economy and creates more jobs. And this is a real sport. It's like asking, you know, should the NFL be allowed to come up here? Should Major League Baseball be allowed to come up here? Absolutely we should be. And the biggest thing is we're running toward regulation. We're not trying to go around it. We're not trying to go, you know, to some province here that will let us do it without overseeing us. We're asking for government regulation. We're coming to the government and saying, we want you to regulate this. It's a real sport. It's safe. These are great athletes. There's no reason this shouldn't be regulated in Ontario. You guys felt the energy, those of you that were in Montreal the first time we were in Montreal. This one, I swear to God, and I'm not just kissing your asses because you're all here right now, I think that this place is going to be the craziest, blow the roof off the place show ever. The fans here are just out of control and love the man. It's going to be good.